good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
It's tea time. It is Monday night. It's 8 o'clock. It is November 17th. I'm excited. I'm so excited my guest is here. But I'm going to talk about my weekend real quick and then get to her. Friday night, where was I? I was in Queens with my mama because mommy had cataract surgery. So I was actually there 3 nights. Thank God everything went good. I'll be back the end of the week to take her back to the doctor to check on her. Saturday, again, I was with mom, left early, had a hair appointment, had to get cut and colored. And then I stayed in going over my lines because Sunday morning, I got up at 2 a.m. to leave the house at 3 a.m. to be on set at 4 a.m. So if you want to put up pick A, I was playing Madame Cosi. There I am. And we were at undisclosed strip club in Huntington. And the next pick are my girls because I am their madam. And those are my girls. Let me tell you something. I taught them everything they know. And we had a great time on set. We filmed from 4 a.m. to noon on Sunday. So it was a long shoot, but it was a great shoot. Had a great time. And I want to put up pick C, please, while we're there, because I want to tell you, It's Love Bro is a romantic comedy that I'm in, and it's on Amazon Prime. If you haven't seen it yet, see it. It's funny. I play Bob right there. I play his mom, and it's a lot of fun. And then the next pick, please, I'm going to be doing Ghost and Giggles with my girl Kristen Tinsley at Governor's on the December 5th. So if you haven't seen me there yet, come on out and see me on December 5th for Ghost and Giggles. You get to laugh and maybe get a reading at the same time. So I'm here, we're back, and I'm excited because Lauren is a friend of mine. We work together. She is a comedian, she's an actor, she's a producer, she's a writer, she's an author. She does everything. I love this woman. So help me welcome Lauren LoGiudice.
Yeah, LoGiudice, yes. I love it.
How you doing?
Good. You know, now I know that you talk about the projects you've been in. I'm like, oh, what did you say about my movie? Because we did a movie
We did, honestly.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that.
Yep.
We are. We're gonna do. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna show a little sneak peek at it later. But I want to get everyone get to know you. You're actually originally from Queens.
I am originally from Howard Beach.
Howard Beach.
I went to St. Helens School, and then I went to Mary Louis in
Mary
Jamaica.
Louis Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, had a few friends go there.
Yeah, it's infamous. Yeah.
And then when you went there, where did you go?
I went to college. I went to Wesleyan in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what did you want to be when you grew up at the time?
Well, I didn't really know. I was like, maybe I'll do like environmental science, or maybe I'll do like marine biology. I wanted to work with dolphins, which would have been the tip-off that I was queer. But like, I didn't know what. I mean, where I grew up, and like, you know, an Italian family, like, oh yeah, go be a performer. That was not
that never came out of my parents' mouth ever.
They were like, why don't you feel what you feel? Like, just, you know, follow your curiosity. My grandfather was like, pension benefits. That was like
pension and benefits. There you go. Right, you need something to sustain you.
Right.
Yeah, that was it. But what really turned around, or when did you decide, hey, either, and what came first, the comedy or the
Well,
acting?
actually, it was acting first. So basically, I'd always like danced when I was a kid, and I just loved performing. I went to they made Joe Stanford the neighborhood dance school.
Yeah.
Some people out there might know of this dance school. And then I didn't make it back to the stage for a long time. I just didn't know who I was and what I wanted to say. And then I started doing drag when I was in San Francisco. I lived there after college and loved it. And then just basically any opportunity to perform, I would be on the stage.
So men dress as women, you dressed as a man?
Yeah. I had several characters. It's where a lot of my characters were born.
Yeah.
Actually, at that time.
Yeah, because she does characters, a lot of different
Yes.
characters. Actually, let's skip straight to it and let's put up one of the pick F of you and your many different characters.
Yes.
And if you could leave that there, Carmine, I'd appreciate it. So you want to go down the row?
Yes.
Row?
So that's Carmela Ravoli. She wasn't born at that time in San Francisco. She was back in New York when I first came back to New York.
Okay.
She's one of my OGs. That's Jonathan the science expert.
In the bow tie.
Yep. And then that is Estrella, the parenting expert. She's a pilled out parenting expert from the Upper East Side.
Right.
And then we got Miss G, based on Greta Garbo. And then we have Queens Marie.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Rosa Mariella Di Paoli, Carmela's sister. And then we have a takeoff on my dad. I did a series called, web mini series called Driving with Dad.
Yeah. That is so cool. I love it because, we talked before the show, and, I love to do different characters as well and transform myself into someone.
Yeah.
And just put on one of my wigs.
Right. And yeah, for sure. That, like when I was doing drag, I was like, wait, I think I want to speak as these people, and I think there's like other things I want to do.
Yes.
And then I was like, maybe I need to be an actor. Explore that.
And you
that's
can do and say as that person.
Yeah.
Because I do this one character, Grandma Mary, and she comes out on stage and she could say whatever she wants and gets away with it more than I can, right? So that's the fun of it.
It is fun. It is when I'm as Carmela, I do her as she's a big part of the Misfit variety show. It's so fun to be her because I don't know what I'm going to say when I'm her, and I could just.
So is a lot of it like just off the cuff improv?
It's off the cuff improv, and she reads a lot of audience responses. But I was at St. Mark's Comedy Club Halloween show, and they wanted me to do a character, so I went up as Carmela. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I walked up and I was just like, my job in life is I help people overcome bullying. All the bullying. So tell me, I was like, what'd they do to you? I know they did something to you, something for sure. And then we just went around. So it's so freeing because you. But
that's great because we all were bullied and we all can relate to that. Let's put a pick E, please, because you do Melania. Now wait, let me explain this. Okay, so this is. First of all, she's an award-winning filmmaker and author of Amazon Kindle bestseller, Inside Melania. What I Know About Melania Trump by Impersonating Her.
Yes.
And this is hysterical. I mean, your work has been also featured in the New York Times, the BBC, Bust Magazine, McSweeney's Internet Tendency, and Allergic, which just to name a few. But tell everybody how this came to be, because I'm looking at you on the left going, holy crap, you really look like her.
Right. In fact, the White House did tag me. They tagged my Instagram account by mistake.
Thank you, Carmine. Oh my God, they really did.
Yeah.
The White House tagged you.
Right.
She got tagged by the White House.
Like 2018 or so. Yeah. So I did a joke on stage one night about Melania, and the club booker was like, "You need to
expand this."
And then I did her at a Halloween show, and I just saw my friend whose Halloween show it was, where I did Melania character, and it killed. It slayed, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And it became a thing, and I started doing stand-up as Melania. They'd be like, "Excuse me, we have the first ladies here tonight," and I come out like in full, hello, and in full.
Yeah.
And then I knew.
What's your first line when you come out as her?
It'd be
Does
like,
it change?
hello, it's the first one. Hello,
I want to hear the accent. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Melania. Ooh, that's more than I've said in my entire marriage.
That's great.
So it was really fun. And then I wrote a book. I was excited because it was a book I wanted to write. I didn't have enough time to go through a traditional publisher because everyone wanted to get everything out before 2020. So I knew I was like 2018 where I was like, I want to do this book toward 2018ish. So I started writing humor essays and short form humor essays. And then I wrote like everything I learned. You learn a lot by being in character.
Yes.
So I wrote how I came up with the character, how I delve into her, and then what I learned about her by doing it, just by doing it. Yeah.
It's so cool. That is so cool to get tagged by the freaking, that's great. Oh my God. So you did mention Misfits. So Misfits, you did a comedy album called Misfits, a comedy album and select tracks from the Melania Trump rockin' right-wing Christmas. Say that fast 5 times. Which was an album.
It was. So we made up. You know, we were in COVID. We had to come up with this sketch tour. And so my co-writer and I, Jesse Senna, we came up with because we couldn't perform anywhere, so we're like, let's do a Christmas album. So we did Melania Trump's Rockin' Right Wing Christmas album, and then we put included some of those tracks with the Misfits, a comedy album, so I could put it all out together.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't sure Melania ended, and then I had all these songs for my characters that I had come up with, and I was like, what do they have in common? I was like, they're all a bunch of misfits. And then
I love this concept. Because in one time in our life or another, we all felt like we didn't fit in, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't fit in, and you feel kind of like a misfit. So I love the concept of this.
Thank you. And it was like I, had found out I was a sperm donor kid and wanted to.
Wait. Say that again slower, where everyone could hear your story, because Lauren is very open about her journey and her life. So say that again slowly.
Okay.
You weren't adopted.
I wasn't
adopted.
But I found out I was a sperm donor kid.
How did you find out you were a sperm donor kid?
Well, it's interesting how it all came about, because it was like Melania was at its peak. I didn't know COVID was coming. So like basically COVID like basically the Melania thing like turned over, like that was the like main part of my life, and then this misfit thing kind of grew out of it.
Right.
And it grew out of the experience of like around this time when COVID was happening, finding out I was a sperm donor kid, and that is through basically ancestry DNA test.
So you were not told
No.
verbally
No.
by your parents
No. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So they used your mom's egg
Yes.
and a sperm donor's sperm
Right.
and made you. Now,
Yes.
you come from a short Italian family like me. Okay, but please tell everyone how tall you actually
I'm
are.
5'11".
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's funny is that you say that you never realized how tall you actually are.
Yes, correct. And I was trying to figure out a way to express that for a long time, because once I found out, it's like there's a thing that.
So did you tell anyone you were doing the ancestor thing, or you just kept
Well,
quiet
I did it
about
even years before I figured it out. And by the way, also to caveat, like all parents until very and some still do told, but all parents were told to keep this a secret. So there are a lot of people out there.
So there are a lot.
A lot.
So there are a lot of sperm donor babies that don't know they're sperm donor babies.
Yes. Having the wrong preventative surgeries and treatments, having them or not having them. Like there's a lot of preventative care that goes on with family history that like is wrong.
So once you found out, you approached your mom about it?
Yeah, so basically, I did it a bunch of years ago, and this happens a lot with people who like secret adoptions and sperm donor kids, and kids conceived in an affair, which happens a lot also. You'd be surprised.
My brother-in-law, just to interject, my brother-in-law is a black market adopted baby.
Wow.
He was adopted on the black market.
Wow, was he ever told he was adopted?
Yes.
Okay.
He was, but his birth mom actually found him.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's another crazy story, but I just want to get that. But that also exists. Black market
100%.
adoptions are
A lot.
still out there.
I
They're not
believe it.
supposed to be, but they are.
Right, I really
But
believe
again,
it, yeah.
a sperm donor kid, you don't hear that much
Right.
about. So
Right.
once you did the ancestry thing and you found out,
Well, it took a while even because I did the test, and then it was like took a while to even like go into the test. Like I just saw like I had a bunch of relatives I didn't understand and some ancestry that I didn't get, but I was like, you know, like because Sicily was invaded by a lot of people. The Vikings did in fact invade Sicily.
All right, we're gonna so go into this. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue, because we're gonna jump to honestly. Go ahead.
Yes. So the Vikings did invade Sicily. So you know, you could think like maybe I do have a bunch of genes. You know, meiosis genes mixed. So you're like, oh, maybe I have a little this, a little that. You know, maybe.
So this leads us to a project that Lauren wrote.
Yes.
She wrote, and you also directed. You really pretty much did everything.
Well, I
in this
produced
film.
it, and then Kelly Sater directed it.
Okay,
Yep.
and so it's called Honestly, and it's basically kind of based on your.
Yeah, so trying to express this, like, what is this like to have, like, to not understand what you look like, and a lot of adoptees have this too, and it's a concept that's called genealogical bewilderment, and that's because you're not sure of your origins, you're not sure what you look like, you can't actually have a self-conception of what you look like. So I'm very tall. I didn't really like feel tall or own my tallness. Like a director once was like, I just don't think you understand how tall you are. Like you're just playing so small. So I tried everything. I tried stand-up bits and I tried clown bits. I tried character bits. I tried so many things.
Yeah.
And then I finally wrote a short film, and that felt like I was able to describe this experience.
We don't have an official trailer, but we do have a little teaser from it. So if we can play the video, and then we'll come back after we show it.
She was a kid you could describe as being in her own world. We thought she was deaf.
Hello, my name is Lauren LoGiudice, and I am the writer and producer of Honestly. Honestly is a film about Marie. Specifically, my name is Marie, Theresa Elisa Zarilli Russo, who is obsessed with the Vikings. Name one thing that's more interesting than the Vikings. See? Couldn't do it. It's an absurd comedy based on a real story. Like Marie, I grew up taller than everyone around me. And also like Marie, my grandfather went to the library to do some research and found an article that said the Vikings invaded Sicily 1,000 years ago, and that's why sometimes people like me are boring. What my grandfather and I didn't know is that I'm a donor-conceived kid, which means my parents had used a sperm donor to make me and have kept it a secret. And this is where the similarities between Marie and I end, because Marie takes the Viking theory to the extreme. This film is an investigation in genealogical bewilderment, what can happen when someone is lied to about their origins, and how fear and shame can cause people to act against what is right. All in the most absurd, outrageously funny way possible. May the winds of Thor be with you on your journey. We get to meet Marie's parents.
We don't trust the medical establishment. They've led us astray before.
Shh, Vigo.
You know?
Her grandmother, and her only friend, an aspiring filmmaker named David who is making a documentary. We even get to follow them into the Viking voyage ride in Adventureland.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's hysterical. I mean, you know, it's great. It really is great. I'm so lucky to play Marie's mom.
Oh, you were fabulous. And I actually can say now, it's like today I finally was able to say publicly that the edit is complete to the film.
Awesome.
And we had an amazing editor, Giselle Murillo from Modern Family edited it. So
wow.
We're really, until I had the film, you know, Italian superstitious, until I had the film.
Yeah.
Put into the hard
It's like
drive.
waiting 3 months when you're pregnant to say you're pregnant. I get it.
And then having it copied as well. I wanted to, and there's nothing you could do. This thing is done.
Right, yeah.
So that's really exciting. And the new name is called the Fjord Identity.
Oh, okay. So we changed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we found it.
All right.
So it's the Fjord Identity is the new name, which is exciting. And I can announce that now.
Yeah, hey, it's an exclusive on Tea Time. I love exclusives. I love it. But it was so much fun filming it. We filmed well, our scenes, most
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
at at your mom's house.
At my mom's house. Yeah, it was perfect.
And it was a lot of fun. And I think I had left something at the house, and someone bought it. And I met you guys at Adventureland. I met someone at Adventureland. I'm like, I left something, a ring or something.
Yeah,
I have a habit of taking off my rings when I wash my hands. It wasn't good, but we had a lot of fun, and it was really, really, it was great. I can't wait to see it.
Me too. I will say that everyone looks great. The cut's great. The story really is tight, and it's gonna, we're putting on the final polish.
Cool. Well, with that being said, we're gonna take my first break, and when we come back, we're gonna continue talking about what else she's done in the entertainment industry between comedy and television and film. So we'll be back after this. Don't go away.
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa Canastraci Tea Time with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook, Tea Time with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love Hey, Lauren Giudice. Giudice is here. And she's an actor, she's a comedian, she's a producer, writer, author. She does it all. I love that this woman thinks outside the box. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about her show, the MISFITS show, the MISFIT comedy show, and how it is just so diverse and unique. It's just a unique kind of show. And I'm going, every time she does one, unfortunately, I have something going on, but we're gonna get to one. Kristen Tinsley, my girl, and I are gonna get to one. So we can put a pick G, please, because I wanna show Lauren pick G, as in George. I wanna show some picks. There's Misfit Variety Show that was in Time Out magazine. That was one of the picks. And then the rest of them, we could go to H. We're gonna stay there, Carmine, and just go through the list one at a time, starting with I, and we're gonna go straight through I. Just some pics of you on stage. You can say where they are.
Yeah, so that's one. Actually, that's one that we were piloting, the Misfit Variety Show. It went through a few different incarnations and trying to figure it out.
Right.
I wanted to create a night to sort of figure out, like, what is a night that we could use to through comedy explore what we are and who we are and how we got here, right?
Exactly.
And so I started basically, like, the audience told me, I felt like what they wanted, and through different iterations, we found out it's like they just feel like it's a place they can come, just hang loose.
Here's the next one.
And be who they are.
And there's food involved.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And pie throwing.
Pie throwing, yes. For a while, I was getting pied in the face.
You were. Yeah. I know you are. You're a trooper. Keep going, baby. Keep going.
So,
there you are.
That is what we discovered that, like, was attracting people to coming to the show, and what I was, like, putting out there.
Right.
And so it is a joyride of comedy. Delights about celebrating what makes us weird.
Yes, we're all weird. We're all a little weird. We're all a little misfit. We are. We all have a little something, something.
And our next show is Wednesday, December 3rd at Brooklyn Art House. And it's a holiday show and an after party. So come and come enjoy the holidays and then dance the night away. We got prizes. It's going to be a really fun time.
Yeah, we're going to go to O. So that's you again. There you are at Broadway. That should be the last one, right? O, yep. That's you at Broadway Comedy Club. I love Broadway Comedy Club. I had Al Martin on my show.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
So fun.
He was great.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. We talked about his book and how he, was in comedy before he had a club and how he relates to comics, and he was just great. He really was great. So I just want you to know you can find Lauren. There it is, Lauren. And it's spelled LOGIUDICE. So she's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, and you can go to her website, which is www.LoGiudice.com for all her upcoming shows. And again, she mentioned December 3rd. So if you can go, definitely go and check it out. All right, thank you. Now we could put up pick P, as in Peter, please, because 2008, you did your first short, which was called Bridal Party.
Yes, that was a really fun short.
And you also produced this, and
Yes.
you played Diane.
I did. I was the co-lead in this.
Yeah.
And it was my ex and I. She was a director. And I was like, all right, I'm
Let's
an
do
actor.
it.
Let's do
Yeah,
this.
do something,
And we
yeah.
got this church in Brooklyn. It was like,
Wow.
the pastor
Thank
was
you,
a little
Carmine.
bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should, a little bit of an alcoholic, maybe.
Okay.
He's like, sure, you can
Tapping into the wine.
go do it. So we went and we did the thing. I don't even know if, I think they maybe didn't even charge us. I think we just did it, and then
Wow.
we gave them a little donation.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's what I had to do. Give them a little donation. When I got married, they call it a donation. 2009, you did The Visited, which was also a short,
Yes.
and
yeah.
you played Braden.
I did. That was a fun little short.
And then
I did.
2010, you did Too Good to Be True, which was another short. You played Susan.
Yep.
And that same year, which is pick Q, please, you did Flicks Chicks,
Oh, that's so fun.
which is a video.
Yeah,
You
that
all-
was
Now,
fun.
she's all the way to the right at the bottom.
Yeah, that was my first feature film, which
the
was
short
really,
hair. And you played Alex.
It was so cute.
That was a video.
Yeah, it was a full feature. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was my first feature film, and I felt like, man, I was just winging it. You know, you learn so
I
much
know.
since then.
It's like flying by the seat of your pants. And then the next pick, R, you did Yes and No, which was also another short.
Yeah, that's another one that I helped.
And you
produce.
produced, yeah.
Another one I helped produce with.
Yeah.
Elsie, yeah.
And you played Ursula.
I did. It was a nice continuation of the collaboration we had. You know, the thing is,
right.
like, you just got to keep making stuff.
Well, that's the whole thing. Thank you. Well, that's the whole thing is, you know, in this industry, as you know, it's rough.
Yeah.
It's hard. You're not always working. And they say create your own
Right.
content.
Right.
You know, but that could be a little overwhelming too, because you say to yourself, okay, where do I start? What do I do? For people who are watching, thank you for watching. Please share the show. Tell everybody 8 o'clock Monday night, this is the place to be. Tell everyone who is watching, who are either in stand-up or acting, where does one begin? Because again, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, obviously fun's a part of it.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is start with where you are. That's the most important thing.
Right.
Is like start with what you want to create.
Okay.
Because not everyone wants to create short films. Not everyone wants to write scripts. Not everyone wants to make like content.
Right.
And so I really think it's to start with what you like doing and think about like make a list of what you like doing and then what you can do. There's so many tools now to do stuff on your own. Like you could start a podcast. The thing is also think about what you like doing and how much time you have. Because this is super important because the thing is whatever you do, you just got to keep doing it. The consistency is the key. Nobody has consistency.
Yeah.
And if you have consistency, that's the way you're going
Well,
to stand
she's
out.
very good at that. I'm not. In other
Well,
words,
you do this every Monday. I mean,
I
that's
do.
very
All right.
consistent.
Okay. I
Very
do this every
consistent.
Monday. Yes, I do. But you're consistent in the sense of putting out videos.
Right.
You know, in your face, not in your face, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Saying relevant. It's really important. You share a lot of content, which I think is important.
Right.
And you know, to keep it out there. I do sporadic. I do when something comes to my head, I'll do something.
Right, right.
I'm not as consistent as you, but I think it's important that you do that.
Right. Well, the other thing is like I realized I had to because I have to sell tickets. I mean, the thing is like
This is what you do. This is
Yeah.
all you do. And
Yeah.
then when this is all you do, yeah.
Yeah, you just add. I mean, the main
gotta
thing
work
is
at
like,
it.
why do you like? What are you trying to get? What's your ultimate goal? Because these little things, like these projects you have, all are in service of a much larger goal. Like I know a lot of actors don't do anything on social. Their main relationships they have their different or in person with different directors and producers they know, and so they don't need to like do. So I think it's like what is your overarching goal, and then what do you like to do that can
You know
maybe help
mine.
you get
I
there?
told you mine at the diner.
Yes.
to get on Law and Order.
Yes.
Before,
Well, I think
before my parents are not on this earth anymore. My dad's going to be 91, and my dad and my daughter have this ongoing thing like, oh yeah, okay, so you have a movie on Amazon Prime. Okay, yeah, all right. Let us know when you're on Law and Order. So that's my goal.
I feel like it's a slam dunk.
That's my goal.
I feel like Jonathan.
I want to
they
be the
just need
nurse
to
who
know
comes
you.
out and tells Mariska, the doctor will be with you momentarily and let you know about Mr. Smith's condition.
I think
That's
it's doable.
it.
I've been seeing Jonathan Strauss. If you're out there,
Jonathan Strauss, please hook me up.
I feel like it's doable.
But it's important to tell people that, just to be
Yes.
consistent and
Yes.
and don't give up. Don't
That's
give
the
up.
thing. It's just to keep doing. Yeah. So I think the thing is like planning before. It's like, all right, if you tell yourself like I'm gonna make like a 60-minute comedy video every week, and then you do not have the time to do that, like do not do that thing. It is much better to do a 10-second
Right,
video.
and like just do it and don't announce it maybe. Like
Yeah,
because
just do it.
Because then if you say you're going to do it and you don't do it, it kind of like
Right.
backfires.
Just think about how much time you have and how much it's going to take you to do.
And where do you think people should put the content?
I mean, it depends where they like putting it, where they think it would be. I mean, it depends.
Do you TikTok? Do you TikTok? Or are you more of an Insta?
I am more on Instagram, but I do put stuff on TikTok.
Okay.
And I'm always trying to reevaluate what I'm doing, and everything is its own animal, and you just only have so much time.
Yeah, I hear you. Speaking about animals, no, this has nothing to do with it. Also in 2010, you did commemorative plates.
Oh, that was so. I started.
And you wrote it?
Yes, I did.
And you edited it.
Yeah, I started basically. I was like, I want to do more stuff with my characters.
And you played two characters, Rosella and Carmela.
Rosa and Carmela, the sisters.
Yes.
And I got flack for that. Like people were like, "Oh, it's not like it's too sketchy. It's like I had an acting teacher say she doesn't want to work with me anymore because like if you keep doing this, I just can't work with you."
Really?
It's too it's like too low.
Oh, that's when someone said to me, "You shouldn't do your feminine douche commercial because it's pop comedy, so old."
Right. Do whatever you want to do.
But you know what? It gets laughs
Right.
every time I do it.
Right, and it was getting laughs, and people liked it.
That's all that matters.
Right, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. That's why I love comedy, and I started as an actor, and I got into comedy because it was like I was doing like at first when I came, I first started doing stuff. Everyone was like, you got to write a solo show. That's the way you get noticed. And then I was doing that, and I was like, oh, like you rehearse so much, and then it's just 3 days you perform.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
And then I'm like, you know what? I do stand up. I get the mic. I go on any stage I want, all over the world. It's like a much better, better pull.
Yes. Where have you been all over the world with it? And you'll be traveling. You put up dates in March, correct?
Yeah, I do have some dates in March coming up from the Misfit Variety Show.
And you're going to be going where?
We're going to be at the Gilda's Laugh Fest. And then we're going to also, an unconfirmed is Kalamazoo. Looks like Boston's happening. So there's going to be, the tour announcement should be happening soon. Yeah, I'm excited.
Now, do you tour with specific comics, or do you try to go with local comics? How does that work
I book
for you?
locally at this point.
Okay, so when you go to Kalamazoo, you look for Kalamazoo comics.
Yeah, and it's
Which
really
makes
fun.
sense.
Because I'm bringing together all the weirdo
Yes,
comics.
I
Because
love
usually,
it.
like,
I love
the
it.
producers could be a little bit, hesitant to bring all the weirdos together at once. And I'm like, bring me the weirdos.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's great. All right, 2011, you did When Harry Tries to Marry.
I did do
And you
that
played
moment.
Angela.
That was a really fun full circle moment because I started, so basically before a year in between being in California, coming back to New York, I spent in India doing a fellowship.
Really?
And that's when I was like, man, I just got to do what I got to do.
It's about an arranged marriage.
Yeah, and so I went back to India like a few years later, and I did that film, which was such a nice full circle moment.
Yeah.
Started out there and then ended there. So
Yeah. And then same year, 2011, you did A Reality Check, which was a short. You
the
play
third,
Andy
yeah.
Doolittle, and you co-produced
Yeah, that was the third short that Kelsey and I produced together.
Okay.
Over under
Wow, that's
production.
great. 2014, you did Bittersweet Monday. You played Gina.
Yeah, that was fun. And that was, again, like a lot of things happen. It's just someone who introduced you to someone. And
Yeah.
that's how that happened.
That happens sometimes, you know, and when you work with someone and they really like your work,
Right.
they want to work with you again.
And you know, Bittersweet Monday was actually I was in an acting class with her, and then she was on my email list, and that's why I think email is great. I mean, I know social media is good, but like email is the best.
Email still works.
Email works because people, you know, the algorithm just wants you to pay for people to see your stuff, but email, you know, everyone checks their email.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 2015, you did Beautiful Something.
Yes, that was another.
And you played
yeah.
Marie.
Yeah, that was a really cute movie.
That same year, you did Veep. Hello.
I did.
Television series. People remember Veep.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
I got in there and I got to work directly with Julia Louise.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Not a bad gig.
Not a bad gig.
No.
It was a great gig.
You did Dear Emma, which was a short. You played Marissa.
Yes. That was for a night.
And then you also did Resistance, which was another short. You know, people when you do things, you know, you do a lot of indie stuff, and you know, you want to get your feet wet and learn and absorb and watch and you know, really observe and learn.
Yeah, and just working with good people begets
the whole
working with
thing.
good people.
Yeah. That's important. It really is. Can we put up pick S as in Sam, please? Because you did something called the Mick Chronicles.
I did. I really loved working.
And you were Samantha.
Yeah, with the director. That was really fun. My friend, actually.
There you are at the bar. You're sitting at the bar.
Mick convinced me. Mick DeFlo is an amazing comic. So funny. And like, I highly recommend his comedy album. It's so funny. And he actually is he does a lot of stuff on addiction. He randomly, he was a babysitter for my partner's siblings. So all the partners older than me.
That's a full circle moment.
Yeah. And so he convinced me that comedy would be okay because I don't like staying up till 2 like all hours of the night. And he's like, I don't either. I'm still a comic. And I'm like, okay, you convinced me. I'm gonna try to do comedy. And so then he got me to do this series, which I was really appreciative of.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And then pick T, please. You did Garbo's Eyes.
Yes, because I had a solo play about Greta Garbo, and to wrap it up, my friend Britta and I, Britta Ushkamp, she's this designer, fashion person from France that I know.
You wrote it and produced it, and as you could see at the top,
Yeah.
it won awards.
It did.
Hello.
It did. And we wanted to like that play. First of all, the solo play I did that was based on like almost killed me. Like it was just such an intense.
Thank you.
Garbo's such an intense.
Yeah,
character.
you know, I read that about you.
Yeah.
That it was a little rough.
It was rough, and so I was like, I wanted to express what that was like going through her eyes, and it was this beautiful thing that just kind of we filmed it. We didn't know what we were doing, and we just went out and we just started shooting stuff. And we were like, got all these lucky breaks, you know, when things were meant to happen. And she happened to be in Sweden, I believe, and went to her grave. And we had all these beautiful shots of the cemetery, and it was like the perfect day. And then she was in New York, and we went to Garbo's, where she used to live, her apartment. And we went to her apartment.
Wow,
So
that's cool.
It was really cool.
Kind of like walking in her shoes, kind of.
Yeah, kind
you know?
of.
I like that.
Yeah, so it was really fun.
2019, you did Galaxy 360, which was a movie.
Yes.
But you revisited that.
Yes.
Later in 2023, Galaxy, this is great, people. Women, listen to this. Men, listen to this. Galaxy 360, a woman's playground, okay? It's set in the year 2195. And here's the concept. You ready? Women rule the world, and men dream about getting married.
It's so fun. One of my favorite things
I love it.
about that is a joke in the show is that like they say like women like men are just making gluten-free stuff. Like that's what they're obsessed with gluten-free. You know, like it's
Oh my
good.
God, that is hysterical. I love
Yeah.
it. I
Anna
love it.
Fishbein is a force, and she's trying to build up like
Yeah.
a platform for entertainment for women. You should talk to her about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's a force, and I recommend it.
2022, you did Hey Rad to Hell, which was a movie. You played a nurse.
I did.
Nurse Glenda.
I had to do something. You were talking about doing some stuff that should have required a stunt coordinator. That was
Yes.
one of them.
Yes. Yes.
It was fun.
And then same year you did the porn radio show, which was a
did.
short.
It was a short. It was like an improvised monologue about someone who, based on this Italian radio show,
Right.
where I don't know exactly how much is true, but this Italian director had me do. So basically, I was like someone who was like had a radio show that was going to close down, and I kept it up by imitating a porn on the thing, but they didn't actually. I didn't get to like do that. I just talked about how we saved the radio. It was like almost like a post saving the radio show.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Pick You, please, because Pick You is Brave the Dark, and you played a lawyer.
I did. I got to
And
work.
this is based on a true story. Tell everyone about this.
Well, it's based on a true story about a kid who was helped by his teacher. But the main part for me, I was excited. I got to work with Jared Harris, who is incredible talent and had worked in Mad Men and a bunch of other stuff. And,
Yeah.
And he taught me a lot, actually. Because it's great when you're a comic. This is what I think it's, and I feel like it's better for me as an actor, as a comic, because I could go on set and be like, I'm a comic. And they're like, that's so cool. And I'm like, yeah. So no one expects me to be good. So expectations are low.
Right.
So I could just, and
right.
also I can ask questions easier. Because it's like, I'm not supposed to be an actor. You know what I mean?
It's funny because it's almost like the same thing with me because I joke, when you're between takes, I try to keep it light. So I joke around. I was joking around on set. And then they're like, oh, you're a comic. I says, yeah, I do stand up too. But it's funny, I'll say I'm an actor acting like a comic sometimes.
Yes.
Right? Do you feel that way too?
An actor acting like a comic rather than a comic? I don't know. I don't know what I feel. I just go on stage. I don't know. I mean, I went to clown school in France. I just feel like
She went to clown school in France. Who else could say this, Lauren? I love her. I freaking love her. I love her. Did I say I love her? Oh my God. Let's put a pick V, please, because you did too many, pick V, as in Victoria? Yeah, you did too many questions.
Roberto
Now that is Roberto. Now, this is a movie.
Yes.
You play Tracy.
Yes.
It was written and directed by Roberto Ragone. And Roberto and I have a very dear friend, mutual friend, George Papadamatis. And they have worked together a bunch of times. But how much fun was it to work with Roberto doing this movie?
Roberto's so sweet, and it was so nice of him to like ask me to do that, and it was anytime we go to Staten Island, I'm down.
There you go, because she's in the city now. This Queens girl is in Manhattan. But oh my God, that's great. Hey, listen, we're going to take my last break. When we come back, more with Lauren. We're going to talk about what she's got going on. Also about a web series that she did. So stay right there. We'll be back in like 10 seconds.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best cast member in Bat Boys?
Theresa Farrell.
Who's got the best radio?
Theresa Farrell.
Doc, who's your favorite Jimmy?
Theresa Farrell.
Who do you loving right now?
Theresa Farrell.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. This girl, I love this girl. She's great. She's awesome. You got to check her out. Check her out. Instagram, Facebook, her website, seriously. And see if you can make her show on December 3rd. Where is it again, December 3rd?
It's at Brooklyn Art House in Williamsburg.
Brooklyn Art House in Brooklyn. So we're going to put a pick W, please, because you did a web series.
I did.
So tell me about this, because you look awesome. You got nothing on Mary Poppins. Let me tell you.
Thank you. So yeah, I was doing impressions and different characters, and I thought, I did Mary Poppins for a showcase somewhere, and I was like, oh, maybe, wouldn't it be interesting if Mary Poppins tries to go to save U.S. education?
Save U.S. education.
Could she do it?
What a challenge.
And I thought I wanted to not to think about class a little more. We were talking about classism, stuff that we've like seen.
Yes.
And like, so I wanted to think about it in terms of like a rich school and a poor school, because I actually taught so I graduated from college, and everything was pension and yeah. Thank you. And it was like,
with what degree?
Environmental science degree.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And so I, went to be a teacher because I just thought that I had to get a job.
Well, you'd have summers off.
Yes,
holidays.
summers off, all the things. And then I taught in a school in Oakland, California, and no resources, and you see. And then I came back to New York. I was like, all right, time to coast. So then I'm working at the fanciest school in the city, Fieldston, up in the Bronx.
Ooh.
And my God, it was like going to Harry Potter. It was insane. It was insane. They have fireplaces. Like, it was insane. And so in the
Bronx?
Well, in the very Riverdale.
Oh.
The very wealthy part of the Bronx. There's like super, I mean, like, holy
And
smokes.
how long did you teach there?
I was a substitute teacher on and off for a few years.
Okay.
And my mind was blown by the difference in wealth, and I was like, oh, let me think about like Mary Poppins, like visiting those different environments.
Right.
And so I thought about like what it would be like, what would she find, how would she try to everything's a positive spin, and be like, oh,
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. And tell me, are you doing a podcast now as we speak?
I do. I have a podcast called Misfits Making It. Oddballs,
There you go.
Oddballs doing cool stuff.
Oddballs doing cool stuff. I love it.
So I interview people who have an interesting career path, who've made their own way, and I end up talking to people who are working for Netflix, or they've worked on shows that I really admire. With people I really admire, so I think you'd like it too. We have an upcoming season. We just we have just released Chris Wiltra's an interview. He does Flipside, and then I have a very fancy, fun lawyer who's discovered many people, fashion lawyer. That she's gonna come on
And when can people?
Yeah, those are
Tune in.
You can. We have a backlog that's amazing. So I would go back. There's tons of episodes to listen to, and those come out every 3 weeks or so on Thursdays. Yeah.
Where?
All on the podcast.
All on podcast.
All
podcast platforms.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, that's good. It's good to know. It is good to know. Also, I wanted to mention your height because Lauren mentioned that she's tall. She's 5'11".
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask you, growing up, did anyone approach you to play basketball and or model? Because you're gorgeous.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I did play basketball.
I knew it. I knew it.
And that was my way to get to college, because I was I knew that was, again, you're in Queens, how are you going to get to a way? How do you want to go to college?
And modeling?
Well,
let's put up pic X, shall we? Because this woman is stunning. Stunning.
That one, oh my God, they chopped up my hair for that. And then I was able to basically make it look almost normal.
Okay.
And I got this commercial a few months after that. And it barely looked, and they were like, oh my God, what is wrong with your hair?
Let's go to the next pic, shall we? Because I love this one as well. Your hair's a little longer there.
It's a little bit longer. I think that's when I got back to New York.
Yeah, a little lighter.
I was eating more.
I love it. Eating's good.
Yeah, it was good.
And the last pic. Thank you. Yeah. That's like a pinup girl. You look like a pinup girl.
It was a fun little shoot that we did.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, it's nice. It's nice when you get, thank you so much, but just stunning, really stunning.
Oh,
I mean, you have the height, you have the cheekbones, you got the look, you got, it's nice to get pampered when you go on set and they do your hair and makeup.
Yeah.
I mean, but I had to come camera ready for my shoot this weekend, but I only have worn fake eyelashes twice in my life. Once was for my brother's wedding, and one was for my daughter's wedding. So I'm the madam. Hello.
Yeah.
So I brought them with me, and I'm like, said to the girl, Maria DeMarco, shout out to Maria DeMarco, can you put these on me, please? 'Cause I can't put them on.
Right.
I mean, they look wild,
Right,
and when you
right,
take them
right,
off, I'm like, do I have lashes after you? What, put them
Right.
on? But it's fun getting kind of like.
Yeah, it is fun. It
hair
is
and makeup.
fun. It is fun. And I will be honest, I'm a shitty. Oh my god.
It's okay. You're crappy.
Okay.
She's a crappy what?
I am a bad model. I am a terrible model because I don't.
You don't have the patience?
I don't. I have too much.
I know it's like a lot of waiting around when you. Is modeling the same as like when you film? Is a lot of waiting around?
It's more like when you go meet the client. I have a little bit of quirk to me. So
really?
Yeah.
I would have never known that.
So it's too complicated. It's too. They're just like, what is this? And then I would come in like carrying a bag of wigs, and they're like, when everyone's there with their Chanel bag, and they're just so, and I'm like, what's up? And I try to like brush my hair down, and I put heels on.
But that's not you.
It's not me. And I tried. They could tell.
You have to stay authentic. That's the bottom line.
Right.
Is to be authentic, be yourself.
Anytime I've tried to like be something else.
Try to fit in.
Yeah, like I even I knew better, but someone was like, listen, I think you'd be good for cop shows. Those girls all have long hair. Grow your hair. So I grew my hair. Like, guess what? I don't brush it. I'm not great at brushing. Okay, I don't know. I like this.
You just like washing go girl.
Yeah. So you just can't, and then it didn't work. So like that's the main thing. Like you can't be anything you're not because the camera doesn't lie.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It really is true. Wow. All right. So listen, I pretty much covered what I wanted to cover. Again, you have a show coming up December 3rd.
Yeah, December 3rd, called the Misfit Variety Show. And also, you can find out everything of what I'm up to. I send out a monthly note, which I give, inside info, what's happening.
What you're up to.
Yeah, that I don't like to post on social.
Like a newsletter.
Yes,
like a monthly newsletter.
It's a
like
newsletter.
The PTA.
It's a little Misfit memo.
I love that. A Misfit memo.
And that's the best way to stay in touch. And also, I have these Misfit shows that are every so often. If you want a more chill experience, I run a monthly in Little Italy, and it's like a chill after work kind of experience if you want some dinner and then see some comedies. So you'll get it all on my website. It's all there, LaurenLoGiudice.com. On Instagram, you can reach out to me at Lauren LoGi. I'm on all the things. Basically, and even if you go to LaurenLoGi.com, I made it easy for you.
Good.
LaurenLoGi.com.
There you go.
You get to everything, links to everything.
Now, let me ask you a question. This monthly thing that you do in Little Italy, is it at the same place all the time?
Yes, it's at Lunello Ristorante, and we call it the Capiche Club Misfit Comedy Space. And it really is this beautiful space of people, we have regulars come in and out, and where people
now
feel comfortable.
What day is this? A specific night of the month? Or?
I wish I was that together, but no.
So it varies.
It varies because of my schedule and different gigs and stuff like that. So we have a show December 11th, I believe. That's one. It's a Tumble Bingo night. And then we'll be back in January with that. Tumble Bingo is not my show, but someone else is running it. Should be fun.
Okay.
And then we'll be back in January, so check us out. But I hope to see you at the holiday show. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
There's going to be there's a comedy show, and then we're going to have an after party.
Unfortunately, I can't go because I'm actually filming at my house December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
See? Misfits out there, and tell me you saw me on Teresa's show. I'd love to know.
Yeah.
That would be great. We'll take a picture and send it for Teresa to put on there.
We all are misfits. We've all think about it. We've all felt out of place at one time in our lives. We've all felt that we didn't fit in somewhere. So this is such a great concept.
Thank you.
It really is.
And we've realized at the end we need to hammer home what it is. So we're like, Misfit Variety Show, comedy for the weirdos, the rebels, and the misunderstood, and I bet you are one of those.
Absolutely. Listen, I want to thank you so much
Thank you.
for taking the to Massapequa and doing this to me, because I've been asking her for a while, and it was just a matter of
just
scheduling.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much.
Thank you for
this.
having me. I really appreciate it. Yeah,
and I thank everyone for tuning into Tea Time. Remember, I will see you next week, and remember, tell everyone you love them. Ciao. Say ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.